my book has been stolen. Somebody stole my book. The city was captured. So insert a means a teacher for all online solutions would be discussing these topics today in the most exciting way. So let's start the video. Hello students. So we were doing our active and passive voice in our videos. So what have we done till now? We have dealt with simple past and future present tense, its continuous form, its past participle form and the continuous form of the participle form. Hope you have all done your revision properly, practiced, and if you had any doubt you would have seen the link which is in the description box, and you have also revised the tenses, which is a really blessing while we deal with active and passive voice. Today we would be dealing with two other topics in active and passive voice. What are they? Ma'am, we did everything, now what is there left? No, what left is really important. What is that? It is imperative form of sentences and interrogative sentences. Lot of times when teacher discuss in the class or while we also teach online, we skip these two topics by giving one or two examples, and my dear students face lot of difficulties related to that, because lot of students have asked me to do questions related to imperative sentences as well as interrogative sentences, because here you can see that lot of time we are unable to identify the object or the subject, how to convert, what is the format for that. So let's start with imperative sentences. We all know in types of sentences we have done that what is imperative sentence? Yes, imperative sentence means if there is any request or a command, that type of sentence is known as an imperative sentence. So imperative sentence, what is the structure? Let's first see the structure. If the sentence in active voice, how we are supposed to deal when the sentence is imperative? See, it will be let. We will start with let, then object plus be plus past participle form. Now we all are through. No need to get confused that what is past participle. If we write past participle or third form of verb, they both are same. If it is a positive sentence, if it is a negative sentence, I will use not here. Then the structure will be adding not in it. So our first sentence, throw the ball. It is so small sentence, throw the ball. Basically, we love writing active sentences only. Why? Because in passive sentence when we deal, lot of times people think, okay, this sentence is incorrect, maybe the structure is wrong, maybe grammatically it is wrong. But no, my dear students, whenever we are dealing with spoken English, we need these types of sentence constructions and we have to be thorough with it. So throw the ball. I have to start with what? Let. So if I start with let object is the ball. Let the ball be. So what will I relate it to throw? Will I write throw? No, throw is the first form of the verb. We have to write the third form of the verb, which is also known as a past participle. So let the ball be thrown. Isn't the construction very easy? These type of questions are very common in examination because only small sentences are there. We cannot use by here, the thumb rule which we applied everywhere. It cannot be used in case of imperative sentences. Next is do not beat the dog. So we'll start with let the dog not be beaten. See, it is a negative sentence. We will add not in this. Not be beaten. Next sentence is help me. A small sentence. It is a request. Some of your friends maybe they are requesting or a request on any point of time is there. Help me. So what to do in this case? Yes, we will start with let. Let me be helped. Fourth sentence, carry it home. So let it be carried home. Why not home? Here it is it, because here it is referring, it is a noun. It is a non-living thing which we have to carry it home. That is the reason here it will be our object. We are not writing home here. Do it at once. So let it be done at once. Now let's see some more examples related to imperative sentences so that we are more perfect in it. Open the door. So someone is commanding that open the door. So let the door be opened. Let the door be opened. Open will become opened. This will be the third form of the verb. And the door is the objective, be is written. Work hard. So what is the object in this case? Can anyone identify? Pause the video. If you can, then give a thumbs up to yourself. Work hard. So here we don't have any object. See what? So what will you do? In these type of sentences, we can start our sentence with you. You is, suppose someone comes to your house, or your parent or your teacher, they are advising you during the time of examination that work hard. It means they are saying to you only. So here it is not being spoken, but it is to be understood. You have to be relatable to it. It won't be written. So work hard, a very short sentence, but the passive will become in a very longer way, because you have to start with you, because you have to relate it with yourself. So you are advised. Why advised? Because someone is giving you a honest opinion that if you work hard, whether it's your examination, you are working for any Olympics or in any field, you are about to get success. But the only thumb rule for getting success is work hard. There is no shortcut for any type of success. So give your best, receive the best. So you are advised to work hard. Don't touch it. Here also, don't touch it. Suppose a child is coming and you are doing something with any electrical gadgets or something, and you know if the child touch, it can get or he can or she can get a shock. So in that case, you give a warning. I cannot write here advised, isn't it? So warning will be applied here. So don't touch it. So you are advised, you are warned not to touch it. But this sentence can be written in two ways, because of course we have an object here. So let it not be touched. Learn the poem. Our next sentence. Learn the poem. So let the poem be learned. Give me water. So here also we can write in two ways. See, give me water. Let water be given to me. I am asking, but you can also add here, let water be given to me by you. Of course, someone will give you, na? You are requesting someone to give. So this you, it is relatable. You have to understand and you can add it here. So these are some of the imperative cases which are very common, and this is the format and these are the ways in which we can deal in the examinations. Now let's see the interrogative sentences, which are also very important part when we convert it from active to passive. So, see, interrogative sentences in all the four forms of the tense. Now don't say, ma'am, we know only three forms. Yes, there are three forms of sentences only, but every part of tense has four structures. simple, continuous, past participle continuous. So in all the four forms, we have seen that when we start with do or does, it will always be converted into is, am or are depending upon the subject. So if it is does, I will convert it into is, am or are according to the subject. Here she is the subject and she is singular. So I will use the is form. And if any student have any doubt, they can please go to the description box, see my last videos related to tense and active voice so that they can be thorough enough. Is the food cooked by her? Whenever we are doing interrogative sentences, please do remember students that there has to be a question mark. Otherwise, it will be related to any other structure of the sentence. It will not be considered as interrogative. Interrogative means question mark should be there. Either you convert active to passive or passive to active. In both the cases, a question mark is compulsory. Is Simran doing homework? Here it is already given is. So in this case, what will be the answer? Is Simran doing her homework? So here it is started with is only. So no change. Is homework being done by Simran? Why I used being and by here? You can please see in the description box in our last videos. Did Sachin play cricket? It is starting with did. So what I am supposed to do? Did Sachin play cricket? Do we remember? Did is what form of the? What form? It is used in the second form. First, second, third. So did is used in the second form. So it will be was. Was cricket played by Sachin? Was she cooking the food? Now ma'am, did became was. Again we are starting with was. Now what to do? So now keep it as it is. Now was the food being, see, being cooked. So this is the continuous form. Whenever we are dealing with continuous form, we will always use the third form of the verb. Okay, so was the food being cooked by her? Don't write she. Don't write she. Change the form of the pronouns. Have they finished the training? So, have. So in this case, I will write have. It is used for plural because we are using here they. So this is the continuous form. It is present perfect tense. So we will keep it as have only because I will be doing have they finished the training. So the training will become the subject here. This have is used for they. So we will change this have into has. So has the training being finished by them? So these are some of the cases. Let's see when there are some WH family question, how we are supposed to convert it into active to passive. Why did she? So see, now we would be doing some of the interrogative sentences which are related to WH family. Ma'am, every time WH family, what are they? You all know, Baba. Why are you confused? So like what, why, where, when, whom, etc. These are all our WH family group. Why group? Because they belong to the same family. When we ask certain questions and we get an answer, they are known as WH family. That is why we say them WH family. Why WH? Because see, all the letters which starts, they are W and H. First letter is W and the second letter is H. That's why we say it as WH family. See, why did she punish you? Now, why did she punish you? With why I will use why. Now see, you, this is the subject. This is the subject in case of passive voice. So this is you. But you we never take as singular. That's why instead of taking was, we are taking were. So why were you punished by her? We will never write she. It will be transformed. This form of pronoun will be changed to her. Always give an interrogative question mark. So why has you bought the ticket? Now why? This ticket. I am talking about this ticket. Here ticket is singular. When we are making this object as the subject, we are using has instead of have. So the auxiliary verb here is has. So why has this ticket been bought by you? What did she buy? What was bought by her? She will become her, buy will become bought, because we are always using the third form of the verb when we are converting the WH active voice into passive voice. Who will call him? Now whenever we start a question with who, we will always start with by whom. So by whom will he be called? Call will become, the verb portion will become ed, third form of the verb or past participle. Whom has the principal honored? Ma'am, see now whom is already written here. So what to do? Yes, see the difference. When it is whom, we will start the question with who, not by whom. See, it is only whom, but we have to start with who. So who has been honored by the principal? So these are some of the sentences which we discussed today related to imperative as well as interrogative sentences. Hope now you are thorough with these, and if you practice some more questions, you would be an expert in these types of questions. And believe me students, interrogative and imperative, these are the two most frequently asked questions in the examinations. And I hope all my students, all my foreverians will be now able to do each and every questions. Stay safe. Thank you.